everyone, it's Jordan. Today I'm going to be talking about the book series that I wanted to finish. There have been a lot of series that I've been good on track, and there are others that I haven't been on track lately, but I want to talk about some of the book series that I definitely want to finish, especially the ones that I've started like years ago but never finished it, so let's get started. The first book series that I want to finish is the City of Amber series by Janine DeBrew. I can't pronounce her last name really well. I actually haven't talked about this book on my channel, but I've read this in middle school, but I didn't finish the series for whatever reason. And it's a dystopian about where people live underground for 200 years, but then one of the light bulbs ended up starting going out, and then the story goes from there. I really enjoyed it in middle school, but I have not finished the series for whatever reason, and the pile's like right there on the book. The rest of the books are right there, so I definitely want to finish the series because I want to know what happens. So yeah. The next one you guys are probably going to be mad at me about is the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. I actually read the first two books of the series, but I read a little bit of the Titan's Curse, but I have not finished it for whatever reason. It's not like I don't want to finish the series. I love the series. It's just I haven't picked up the rest of the books for whatever reason, and I've started reading it in middle school, but I definitely want to finish this series really well, or so badly, and I need to read the rest of the Rick Riordan's books because I know he wrote books about Egyptian mythology and Norse mythology, so I definitely want to dive on in, but I want to read the Percy Jackson series first before I do that. The next book series you're probably going to be mad about this as well, which is the Mortal Instruments, or more specific, the Shadowhunters Chronicles. I've read Sea of Bones and Sea of Ashes, but I didn't pick up Sea of Glass, and I mean, it's a gigantic book, but I didn't. That's not why I'm intimidated by the rest of the series. I just haven't been in the mood for whatever reason. I didn't finish this series for whatever reason, just like the Percy Jackson series, but I want to read the rest of the book so bad because I've heard a lot of good things about the Infernal Devices and Dark Artificers series. So yeah, I want to get to this book series. Want to finish book series as well. I know I said for a lot of book series I want to get in, finish them, but I mean, that's what the whole video is about. But the next book series I want to finish is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I actually had to read the first two books of the Chronicles of Narnia because I had to read it for one of my literature classes in college, and I love both of them, and I want to read the rest of them. So yeah, and plus I grew up watching the movies, if you know what I'm talking about, that Disney made the first two movies, and then another book series or another movie company made the third one. But I definitely want to finish the rest of the Chronicles of Narnia because I love the series, and plus I want to know what happens in the other books. The next one I know is a super long book series, which is Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. I almost forgot her name, but I read the first three books in high school, but I didn't finish this series because I didn't have the rest of them at the time. But I know the TV show is different for the books, but I'm usually the 50-50 person. Like, I love both of them as long as they make minor changes. I'm good, but with the TV series you kind of can't control that. But I want to know what happens in the rest of the books. Plus, I love Pretty Little Liars, and I want to read the rest of the series, even though there's like 16, 18 books in the series, and I actually want to know what happens in the rest. The next book series is actually by the same author, which is The Lion Game by Sarah Shepard. I've read the first book, like, I think somewhere in high school, but I didn't pick up the rest of the series because I rented it at the library first off, and I didn't own the book series until I decided to buy myself the rest of the books, but I'm missing the last one. But I definitely want to finish the rest of the Lion Game. I know they made a TV show out of it and they decided to cancel it, which got me mad, but I definitely want to finish the rest of this book series too, because I know Sarah Shepard has another book series that is like a mystery, plus I like mystery books, so I'm hoping to finish Pretty Little Liars and The Lion Game. The next book series that I want to finish, that I actually read the first 3 books last year, and I know the last book came out last year, but I don't own it yet, which is the Zodiac series by Romina Russell. It's 11:30 today. I'm filming this. That's why I'm kind of tired, but I honestly dive on in because it's a sci-fi series about the world that is ruled by zodiacs, and apparently there's a 13th sign, and like the top of the book says, beware of the 13th sign. So I definitely want to finish it because I enjoyed it, and it's different than any other sci-fi books that I've read in the past. So hopefully I'll get the last book of this series so I can reread this and read the last book. The next one I'm kind of intimidated by because I don't have all the books in the series, which is the not Pretty Little Liars, on the Princess Diaries series by Mike Cabot. And I mean, I love this series, don't get me wrong. It's just like I noticed a big difference between the first movie follows the first book really well. It's just the second one didn't follow the rest of the books, but I mean I love the Princess Diaries and the Princess Diaries too, but I mean from the book series, like, I know there's a difference, but I'm intimidated by it because one character, I just didn't like how they're different from the movie to the book, but I'm not gonna say it because of spoilers. But I do want to know what happens in the rest of the books. Plus, Mia's just inspired me a lot from when I first watched the movies before reading the books. But I just love Mia because, like, no matter how weird she is, and she's a princess, but she tries to be herself throughout the whole series, and that's what I love about Mia, and I just want to know how the rest of her story goes in the book series. The next book series that I'm hoping to finish, I probably won't read the last book until next year, and I'm really sad about it because it's a trilogy, which is Everland by Wendy Spinelli. I've been talking about this book a lot on my channel because it's my #1 book of the year last year, plus it's a Peter Pan retelling. You probably would guess, like, that's why it's #1. But I'm just sad that it's turning into a trilogy because I was hoping more, but I can't blame Wendy Spinelli for, like, having it as a trilogy. But I'm excited about reading Umberland and then reading Aslan, the last book, and I probably won't read Aslan until next year because I'm just have a lot of reading plans with the series. Like, I'm gonna reread this before reading Umberland, so I'm definitely love the series, and I can't wait to read Umberland and then Aslan after that. The last book series that I'm going to be mentioning, which is turning into a duology, which I'm happy about. I'm hoping it's a duology because it wouldn't make any sense, which is Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. I think I've said in a few of my videos that it's becoming one of my favorite books of the year so far this year, and I just love Eloisa, and she's just different than any female protagonist that I've read in the past, Plus, I mean, some people say she's like Merida because she has red hair right there, but the sequel just came out, Daughter of the Siren Queen, and I'm really excited to read it, and hopefully I'll dive on in once I get to it, but I'm on a book buying ban, even though I just, I might have broke it, but, I mean, I can't help myself around books, but I definitely want to read Daughter of a Siren Queen, because I want to know what happens after it, because I've been waiting for reading the sequel of this. Plus I just love Daughter of the Pirate King so much. So that's all of the book series that I want to finish. I know there's more on my shelves, but there haven't been. I just don't want to make this forever along, so I don't want to talk about all the book series that on my shelves that I want to finish, but I'm trying to read some of the book series that I'm in the middle of so I can finish them, so I can get to these, hopefully. But if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below some of the book series that you haven't finished yet and you're ashamed of doing that, because I know for Percy Jackson and the Mortal Instruments, I'm so mad at myself for that, but then I can't help myself that I'm in a mood for other books, but hopefully I definitely will get to them whenever I'm in a mood for it, and don't worry, like for those book series, I'm not gonna change my mind about it. Usually when I reread books, I don't change my mind about it, but you know, so yeah, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!